praise the Lord. Just sitting here in my mind, walking around contemplating. But now suicide. I was on the phone with my first cousin, and we were talking and going back down memory lane. We were 6 months apart, and we was talking about our childhood and growing up in the projects. And I told him, man, we are byproducts of the projects. And my dad would say stuff like, you gotta become a projectile and shoot yourself out of the barrel of poverty. I'm not an educated man, but I had enough sense not to get shot. Lord have mercy. My dad and his mother with his wisdom. Him and my mom both, and they were not blessed to finish school, but they were PRTs. They were poor righteous teachers, and they raised us. They taught God, don't steal. You can't treat everybody the same, but you can treat everybody right. Get your lesson, and pray. Those were the 5 things my mom and dad always stressed. So I was talking to him. He's like, cuz, I sure do love the way you've turned out, man. You were so hard and crazy. And I told him, you too. We grew up on the same street, in the same neighborhood. He's, yeah, but you had it worse than I had it. So sometimes we, our beginnings and our middle and our ends don't match. Sometimes the homecoming queen becomes the crack fiend, and sometimes the black sheep become the successful sheep, or the lost sheep becomes the black sheep, or the homecoming king becomes the heroin kingpin. It's just amazing how life, the winding road of life, in the same letters in life, you find in file, F-I-L-E and L-I-F-E. So we were talking about our childhood and growing up in the projects in the inner city and low-income housing, and how it used to rain. We would take little sticks and watch them race down the drain and the asphalt and the concrete and the cracked pavement, and we talked about dipping roaches, believe it or not, in water and dropping them on light bulbs and watching them pop. That's how poor we were. As I leave this speak, he's cuz you went from the projects to the Pentagon to the pulpit, and I went from the projects to the Air Force to San Antonio, and we just talked about our progression of life, how the armed service, how the military saved our lives, and I never forget this, how my mom had got my no good report, my hood report. And we lived in Huntsville, Alabama, Norwood Projects, man, at 1406 Apartment 8 Arctic Street. Everybody had the same little brick hut in the projects. And she asked me, she said, are you going to die this summer or next summer? I said, what, Mom? She said, I got your hood report. I got your no good report. I know what you're doing. She said, you going to die this summer or next summer? I got full burial insurance on all of y'all, including your daddy. Because I'm not going to be left with no hefty bills. Should one of y'all leave here early. That's how real she was. So me and my cousin was talking about, he said, man, Auntie was so real, and she was a sweetheart, and she was so strong, and I always said her, she would make me and my brothers watch her cook and clean and sort clothes, and we would get mad. She said, I'm teaching you because I'm not going to always be around, and if you don't marry a saved woman, you might not get no dinner, and your clothes will be different colors. My mom, Lord have mercy, I love you, Mom, and my dad was just as much of a PRT, a poor righteous teacher, as I leave this speak. So yeah, he's 54, I'm 53, and we were just talking, and he'll be 54 in June, I'll be 54 in December. But it's just amazing to look back over our life and look how far God has brought us. Y'all know the song. Look at what God has done. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me, the world can't take it away. This peace I have, the world didn't give it to me, the world can't take it away. This joy I have, y'all know the song, the world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. So yeah, I'm just here just reminiscing, man, going back down memory lane, and I'm okay. I thank God for the humility, the humiliation that's caused me to be humble. So I'm gonna call it a night. We have to look how far God has brought us. Look what God has done. If you don't believe in God or not, He's still God. And one day you're going to bow. You say you're not gonna no. You say you're not gonna break, but I promise you, you're gonna bend. You'll never ever ever meet him on his level. God our Father, the Father of the believer, the Creator of us all. But I promise you, you will meet God on his terms. Peace.